Alright, so I'm going to do a quick review on the new Ruger Security 9. I've had this pistol for about a week. I did a review on it about a week ago. I got a bunch of new equipment since then, and I took a look back at it, and I said I could make something a little bit better than that review. So here we go, round two. Hopefully as many people watch this as they did the first one. I was blown away with how many people watched what I had to put out. So here we go. Pistol's clear. I live in a 10-round state, so I was provided with two 10-round magazines. Okay. I think that they are SR9C mags, something like that. Not too sure, but they're 10 rounds and they got these little plastic, pieces of crap on them down here. No big deal. It is what it is. All right. So this is an SR9 magazine. Does not fit in this pistol. Okay. I have heard, now I cannot confirm this because I do not own one, but I've heard that the Security 9 magazines will work inside of an SR9C. Okay? I can't confirm that though. So let's get into some size and weights, and I'll give you my opinion on this pistol, and we'll take it from there. It's got these Glock style sights. I don't mind them. They're I'm sure plenty of people are going to come out with other options. Okay. The slide is kind of like a textured finish. You can feel it and you can hear it when you run your finger over it. It's almost gritty, kind of like hammered. I paid $280 for this pistol. I got it from a60firearms.com. Okay, for $280. I'm gonna try to use that phrase as little as I can. That for the money phrase, but for $280, this thing is sweet. It feels awesome in your hand. It feels solid. It's exactly like an LCP2. Looks like it, feels like it, trigger feels like it. It's the same firing mechanism, the same firing controls. And it's similar to Sky CPX2s, Keltec P11s, anything that really runs that aluminum chassis. I feel like the finish on the slide marks easily. I think this is very much a throw around gun, kind of like I don't care about gun, and I don't want to sound like $280 isn't a lot of money, but that's my impression of it. It's a throw around gun. Throw it in your truck, throw it wherever, run it dirty, not care so much about it. Pistol. I personally don't think the slide finish is going to last very long on this gun. That's just my opinion. Okay, so I could be totally wrong. Just from taking it down a few times, I can see a couple little marks over here, but I probably should be using something plastic instead of, metal on metal. It's got rails on the front. It's got these cool serrations on the front of the trigger guard. Okay. There's no ambi controls. The magazine button's reversible. Okay, the trigger is LCP2. I mean, there's a little take up, and then some resistance and a brake. Okay. There's the reset. One more time. There it is. So we'll put it on a scale, get some measurements, and I'll take it down. Empty 10-round magazine weighs 23.9 ounces. I would assume that an all-metal 15-round magazine is going to weigh slightly different than that. But all I can tell you is that mine weighs 23.9. Thickness of the slide is 1.01 inches. Thickness of the frame, 1.15 inches. So how do I want to do this one? Thickness of the grip is 1.14 inches. Thickness of the grip front to back is 1.98 inches. Okay, that's very Glock 19-ish size, if you will. Okay, take it down, remove the magazine. I like to put my thumb here in the trigger guard, pull the slide back a little, pop the pin. Okay, pin's got a little detent, like a little notch. Slides right off. So we have an aluminum chassis here that's very reminiscent of many other pistols. Okay, I think it was. I mean, I'm more familiar with Sky CPX2s than I am with Kel-Tecs. I know that the Skies, the gentleman who designed the Sky was a head designer over at Kel-Tec, and I don't know if owned the patent or copied design of the Kel-Tec, but I know that this is very similar to that. People are out there saying it's a Kel-Tec knockoff. Personally, I'm not familiar enough to say that, but I am familiar with the Skies, and it's very similar to the Skies with a much better trigger, much better made. This is. I don't want to sound like a brand name kind of person, but Ruger seems to be a much more higher end brand name than a Kel-Tec or a Sky. As innovative as Kel-Tec has been in the firearm industry, I think Ruger did it better. Okay, it's got a hammer spring that goes all the way down the back of the frame, connects to this piece of plastic right here. I would assume companies are going to be making a lighter spring. Just all speculation. Plastic single spring guide rod. Okay, I'm gonna assume someone's gonna make a steel one. This barrel is identical to LC9 barrels. LCP, LC9, LC9S. Looks just like the Sky barrel, which I'm assuming looks just like the Kel-Tec barrel. I personally have never owned a Kel-Tec. Not that I wouldn't, I've just never owned one. Okay. Nice machining on the slide, everything's nice and clean. Ruger. Okay. It says Security 9 right there. I think for $280, this pistol's hard to beat. Okay. I don't defend myself with this pistol in any capacity. Not that I wouldn't, I just don't. It's just something that I bought because it was new and cool and affordable. I think it's pretty sweet. Would I recommend it to other people? Absolutely would. You know, if you got a guy out there who's like, I only buy SIGs, 226s, and 220s, and I want to spend $1,000 on a polymer gun, then maybe that guy's not gonna want this pistol. But if you got a guy who's like, I really want something like a M&P or a Glock, and I just can't get that $550 together, this is a good option for half the cost, man. It's half the cost. You could put one on both hips, one for each hand if you wanted to. at the same cost it's gonna take you to get into, you know, I guess the Gen 4 Glocks aren't double this cost now, but maybe the Gen 5s are up there over $500. Huh? There's my review of the new Security 9. If you liked the video, hit the like button, maybe the subscribe button. I'm gonna keep trying to put out some good content for you guys. I hope everybody has a good night.